My beloved students, today I am going to give you a lesson on the theory of conditioned response or reflex. Pavlov is the father of this theory. He was a Russian physiologist. In 1901, he discovered the conditioned response or reflex. This discovery is of great importance to psychology. According to this theory, learning is nothing but habit formation resulting from conditioning. That means conditioning plays a very important role in learning. Learning is a number of conditioned responses or reflexes. In this theory, he talks about two kinds of stimuli: the conditioned stimulus or the artificial stimulus, the unconditioned stimulus or the natural stimulus. This natural stimulus is stronger than the conditioned stimulus, which is an artificial stimulus. During the process of conditioning, first the conditioned stimulus is presented, then the unconditioned stimulus is presented. This is repeated many times. After certain repetitions, only the conditioned stimulus is presented. This conditioned stimulus elicits the response of the unconditioned stimulus. Here we find an association between the conditioned stimulus and the response. And this association is a learned one. The conditioned response is a simple habit according to Pavlov. Now, we may define conditioning is the formation of an association between a conditioned stimulus and a response, because the pairing of this conditioned stimulus with the unconditioned stimulus. In one of his classical experiments, he selects a dog. He trains it. It's made to stand quietly in a harness on a table. An operation is performed, done on a stick. Its salivary glands are connected to a glass container through a rubber tube. All the arrangements are made for the collection and measurement of the saliva that the dog secretes. The dog is extremely hungry, very, very hungry. An electric bell rings. Certain movements on the part of the dog, no salivation. The ringing of the bell is immediately followed by the giving of food. Then the dog begins to salivate. This is repeated many times. After certain repetitions, only the ringing of the bell. The ringing of the bell evokes the response of the food, the unconditioned stimulus. Here, we find an association between the conditioned stimulus and the response. Watson conducts almost a similar experiment on a child, all but 11 months old. He plays very happily with a white rabbit. Then a loud sound is made. The child gets frightened, some sort of fear. After that, the same child is made to play with the same white rabbit. Then what happens? No pleasure, no happiness. The child recoils in horror. Only fear. In these two experiments, we see a common thing. The child is conditioned to the conditioned stimulus. In the first experiment, the ring of the bell is the conditioned stimulus, and the food is the unconditioned stimulus. In the second experiment, the white rabbit is the conditioned stimulus. The loud sound is the unconditioned stimulus. That means, because of conditioning, any body can be conditioned to a conditioned stimulus. These two experiments throw light on the importance of conditioning. Okay?